Hello dear student, welcome back again in our online lecture series. So far we have discussed the concept of atomic number, then atomic model, Rutherford atomic model, his experiment of bombardment of alpha particle on a thin gold foil. Then also we have discussed concept of mass number, then isotope, isobar, isn't it? Now today, so far we have discussed this much and now we want to continue with the atomic models. Already we have discussed Rutherford atomic model. Today we want to discuss the background of Bohr's atomic model, because there are several atomic models, that is Thomson model, Rutherford atomic model, then Bohr's atomic model, then Schrodinger atomic model. So to understand this atomic model, there are several backgrounds, several scientific developments. Now before we discuss Bohr's atomic model, it is necessary to understand electromagnetic radiation, because already we have known that there are dual nature of light, dual nature of matter or light. It is considered, it is having dual nature, isn't it? Means particulate as well as wave nature. Some properties are explained, better explained by the wave nature, that is some interference property, then diffraction property, and some properties like photoelectric effect, then several other properties are described well when we consider light as a particulate in nature. So electromagnetic radiations are nothing but it is energy radiation, travel with the same speed as that of light, travel at the right angle to the medium, and can be produced by the oscillation of charged body in a magnetic field. So let us discuss what is meant by electromagnetic radiation. So it is nothing but energy radiation produced by oscillation of charged body in magnetic field. Okay, so this is nothing but electromagnetic radiation. For example, okay, we have a charged body and which is oscillating in a magnetic field. Okay. So this is oscillating, a charged body oscillating in a magnetic field, and is point of disturbance, and there is production of wave like this. Wave is traveling. Okay. So this is crest of wave. This is trough. So this is one form of wave produced by the oscillation of a charged body. This is point of disturbance where wave is producing. A simple example for this production of wave, common example, if you throw a stone in a lake or water body, what will happen? That stone, when fall in the water body, at the point of disturbance where it fall, there is production of waves on water surface. And they are traveling to the bank of that water body, isn't it? So that is nothing but the wave. So this is crest of wave, trough of wave is traveling like this. Then this is amplitude E. Then suppose this wave have a wavelength lambda, isn't it? Wavelength. wavelength. And what is this wavelength? It is distance between two successive crests. This is one crest, another crest, then so on. Or distance between two successive trough. Distance between two successive crests or two successive trough, that is nothing but that is wavelength, isn't it? Then wave have amplitude. Okay, this is the amplitude of wave, height of crest or height of trough, that is amplitude. So this wave is traveling with the same speed as that of light. Speed or velocity. Velocity of electromagnetic radiation, EMR, is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, isn't it? Then wavelength. Wavelength is nothing but it is distance between two successive crests or two successive trough. Wavelength denoted by sign lambda. Velocity denoted by sign c. Okay, lambda is equal to c by nu, and c is equal to nu into lambda. What is nu? Nu is nothing but frequency. Frequency denoted by sign nu. What is the frequency? It is nothing but total number of cycles or wave motion performed by the wave per unit time. How much number of wave is passing? How much number of wave is passing through the reference point in a given time or in a 1 second, isn't it? Suppose this wave is performing a wave motion, completing a 1 cycle. This is 1 cycle, 1 crest, 1 trough, 1 cycle, isn't it? From here to here, 1 cycle. Then from here to here, second cycle. Number of cycles performed by the wave per unit time or per second is nothing but frequency of that wave, isn't it? So sin nu, and nu is equal to wave motion, that is measured in the sine cycles, okay, CPS, cycle per second or hertz. It is measured by the sine cycle per second, and nu is equal to c by lambda. So this is frequency. It means that frequency is inversely proportional to wavelength. Higher the frequency, lower will be the wavelength. So let us have an example what is meant by this electromagnetic radiation. Different types of electromagnetic radiations have been identified, and these are nothing but radio waves, microwaves, then visible radiation, then X-rays, cosmic rays, infrared, ultraviolet. These are the types of electromagnetic radiation which have alternate electric and magnetic field. Alternate electric and magnetic field is associated, isn't it? Say do not require medium for its propagation. So that is the electromagnetic radiation. So we have electromagnetic spectrum. So what is the spectrum? Spectrum is nothing but it is array of wavelength or any particle arranged in increasing order of wavelength or decreasing order of frequency or vice versa, isn't it? Electromagnetic spectrum is nothing but different types of wavelength, different types of electromagnetic radiation arranged in increasing order of or decreasing order of wavelength. Here we have radio waves which have highest wavelength. This is our lambda wavelength. wavelength. Having wavelength 3 into 10 to the power 14 to 3 into 10 to the power 7 Armstrong unit. These radio waves can be produced by the alternating current, high frequency alternating current. When it is applied, that is there is production of radio waves. Then microwaves. Microwaves can be produced by the Klystron generator. It is one type of special assembly that is known as Klystron generator. We are using microwave oven also, isn't it? So Klystron generator is there, and microwave. Our cell phones are run on the microwaves, isn't it? Then infrared. Then visible region. Our sunlight, it is having wavelength 400 to 800 nanometer or 7016 to 3800 Armstrong unit. It is visible. Then we have X-rays and cosmic rays also. Means radio waves having highest wavelength and lowest frequency, and cosmic ray have very short wavelength and higher frequency. Let us have example. How this wave, I want to picturize this one. This is radio waves. Now it becomes infrared, then it is visible, then X-rays, then cosmic rays. Isn't it? Radio waves having higher wavelength and lesser frequency, isn't it? Here shorter wavelength and higher frequency, isn't it? This is the difference. So do the copy, then we will discuss further.